The 2021 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2021 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutshaw. Glad to be with you here tonight as we get ready for a matchup between the 2-5 Newmarket Rebels and the 8-1 Strasburg Express.
On the mound tonight for the Express from Thomas Jefferson University, number 8, Jeremy Sisko.
Last night, these two teams played at Newmarket. Strasburg won the ball game by a final score of 6-3 to up their season record to 8-1, and they will look to get it started here tonight against the North Division Newmarket Rebels. Now for the lineup for the Rebels. Leading off and playing shortstop, it's Nicholas Calero. Batting second, the center fielder, Kyle Jackson. Batting third tonight for the Newmarket Rebels, the third baseman, Tyler Robertson. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, the right fielder, Jackson Lancaster. Batting fifth is James Bell, the DH. Batting sixth, the catcher, Robert Antonetti. Batting seventh is the second baseman, Cameron Dean. Batting eighth and playing first, number 42, Paul Winland Jr., and batting ninth and playing left field, number 2, Jason Luke. On the mound tonight for the Strasburg Express is number 8, Jeremy Sisko. Sisko is a 6-foot righty, 180 pounds from Thomas Jefferson University, and he comes into the game with a 1-0 record and looking to get the Express a solid outing here tonight against the Newmarket Rebels. Again, I'm Kyle Gutshaw. It's a pleasure being with you here tonight, here on tonight's broadcast, and our first broadcast being on YouTube. We've had Facebook and Stretch Internet, and we still have those, but we added the YouTube option tonight, and we hope you're joining us either Facebook, YouTube, or Stretch Internet. And we're about ready to get things started here tonight with the Strasburg Express and Newmarket Rebels. Nicholas Calero, the shortstop, steps in facing the righty Jeremy Sisko. And the first pitch is a called strike at 7:04, and it's 0-1. Again, Strasburg defeating the Rebels last night in Newmarket 6-3. The 0-1, and that ball skips to the dirt. The defense tonight behind the starting pitcher Jeremy Sisko, and left field it's Souza, center field, Ferry, and in right field, it's Coffey. At third base, Galaney, shortstop, Lucier, second base, Irvin, first base, McCoy, and behind the plate, it's Crawford. The 1-1 is swung on and missed by Calero, and it's 1-2. Again, Newmarket 2-5, picked up a couple of wins previously, and they've fought the weather like a lot of other teams, as the 1-2 misses up high, 2-2. Strasburg was fortunate to get their doubleheader in Sunday against Covington. Had the tarp on the field. And the 2-2 is a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and a quick strikeout for Sisko. And there's one out here in the top of the first. Here comes Kyle Jackson, the center fielder. Jackson, .320 average, no home runs, and 2 RBIs on the season. And the first pitch is hit into left center field, charging the left fielder and making the diving catch. The center fielder, Ferry, was also laying out, and they were able to avoid each other as they both made a great effort. And the left fielder, Souza, with a nice catch on the dive for out number 2. The 2 outs in the top of the first, and that brings up Tyler Robertson, the third baseman. So 2 up, 2 down so far for the Rebels. Sisko from the stretch in the pitch. Fastball down the middle. Again, as I mentioned a little bit ago, YouTube is an option tonight if you want to watch it there, and that way you can easily watch it on your TV if you have the YouTube app. You can also watch it on any other device that has YouTube. 0-1, good pitch on the inside corner, and Jeremy Sisko is ahead 0-2. 2 the count in the top of the first inning. The pitch, way outside to the backstop, 1-2. We'll update you on other games around the league tonight. 3 others to talk about. Percyville is at Woodstock, Harrisonburg is at Waynesboro, and Charlottesville is at Covington. 1-2 the count. Pitch number 10 of the first is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the top of the first is quickly over. Quick, efficient inning for the starter for Strasburg, Jeremy Sisko. And we go to the bottom of the first. Strasburg coming up, Newmarket. We'll see what they can do on the defensive side of the ball. Strasburg coming up to the plate. When we get back, you're listening and watching Strasburg Express Baseball on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet. We go to the bottom of the first. Strasburg stepping up to the plate after a 1-2-3 inning. Rebels going down in order. And here's the Strasburg Express lineup. Leading off and playing shortstop, it is Shane Lucier. Batting second and playing third, it's Ryan Galaney. Batting third, the designated hitter, Brayton Brown. Batting fourth and playing center field, the cleanup hitter, Chad Ferry. Batting fifth, Graham Crawford, the catcher, followed by Cam Irvin, the second baseman. Batting seventh, J.J. Souza, the left fielder. Batting eighth and playing first, James McCoy. And batting ninth and playing right field, it's Carson Coffey. The first pitch from the starter, Andrew Fraun, misses the plate, and the 1-0 is in there for a called strike, and Fraun's first strike of the night. Andrew Fraun on the mound tonight for the Rebels from Buffalo, New York. As the pitch misses, it is 2-1. On the year, Fraun has thrown 3 innings. He has an ERA of 3 and has 6 strikeouts, and I can already tell he's a very quick worker. Gets right back on the mound, and he is ready to roll. Here's the pitch. Misses outside to Shane Lucier. It is 3-1. Lucier 0 for 3 on the year, but he had a huge hustle play the other night here against Covington, where he struck out and got to third on a drop third where there were 2 errors on the play. Ended up coming home to score, and that was a big run for the Express. 3-1 is swung on and missed, and the count's 3-2 to Shane Lucier. Shane is from Wofford College in Berkeley Lake, Georgia. The 3-2. Ball 4. That misses outside and a leadoff walk as Fraun gives up the base on balls to Lucier to lead off the bottom of the first.
Number 28, Ryan Galaney.
And here comes another Wofford player. It is Ryan Galaney, the third baseman. Galaney has had a solid campaign so far, batting up in the 2-hole. I think this is the highest he's hit in the lineup so far this season. And a throw over and diving back in safely is Lucier. 0-0 to score, just underway from Strasburg, bottom of the first inning. The 8-1 Express and the 2-5 Rebels playing in back-to-back nights. The righty, Fraun's ready, the pitch. Swing and a high fly foul, right side and out of play. It's 0-1.
Please return all foul balls to the train station. In exchange, you'll get a free spot. Courtesy Walnut Ridge Farm.
Galaney batting .388 on the year. He does have a long ball and also 6 RBIs. Dimensions here at First Bank Park, 300 down the lines and 365 to center. Long hold the 0-1. Fastball missing up high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Brayton Brown, the DH, follows. One. Runner going, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and he's safe. Airmailed the throw as getting into second base is Lucier on the stolen base. And it's another very similar play as we saw the other night when the runner was diving into second and the fielder faked the tag and then kind of held it on him. But no other play there other than staying at second. So the pitch was a strike on the swing. The count's 2-1. The Express have a runner on second and nobody out. Bottom of the first. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Breaking ball, and that is strike 3.
Now batting the DH from Auburn University, number 3, Brayton Brown.
So Galaney goes down on strikes. My apologies. Thought there was only 1 out. So that is, or 1 strike I should say. That is the first out as going down on strikes looking as Galaney. And here's Brayton Brown, the DH. Brown takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Looks like Fron has a pretty good breaking ball. He's snapping it off and hitting the corner. Strasburg not able to pick that up yet. Little flag movement out in right center, a little breeze. Brayton Brown, the DH, ahead 1-0. And that's inside 2-0. Brown on the year batting .346, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Brayton Brown is from Auburn, the Tigers. He's a 5'9" righty from Selma, Alabama. And a good hitter's count here for Brayton Brown. See if he can get a fastball. He does, and the home plate umpire says out. Outside, 3-0. Chad Ferry, the cleanup hitter, and center fielder awaits on deck for the Strasburg Express. 3-0 count. Swinging away and fouling it away. It's 3-1. Bottom of the first, Brayton Brown from Auburn at the plate. Fron allowed a leadoff walk and then a stolen base, but a strikeout has him here. 3-1 the count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on a breaking ball. Falling out of the zone. There's that good breaking ball, and it's 3-2. Three-two the count. 1 out, bottom first. Set. Fron ready in the pitch. Swing and a high fly to left center, and that ball is absolutely crushed. It's gone, a home run. Brayton Brown with a moonshot to left center field, and the Strasburg Express have taken a early 2-0 lead. That ball was tattooed. And Brayton Brown is showing his pop the last few games. 3 home runs in the last 3 games here at this ballpark. 2-0 Strasburg in the first. Wow.
The center fielder from Clemson University, number 33, Chad Ferry.
That ball absolutely jumped off the bat of Brayton Brown, giving the Express the lead. And that is a early statement for the Express here at home. Here's Chad Ferry, the center fielder. Ferry takes a pitch outside for a ball. It is 1-0. Chad Ferry, 6'3" lefty, throws right from Clemson. And he is from Greenwood, South Carolina. That ball is hit on the ground to second. Fielded by Dean. Throw in time, and that is out number 2 in the first.
The catcher from the University of Alabama, number 5, Graham Crawford.
2 outs in the first, and here comes the catcher, Graham Crawford. Graham is from the University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa. 6-foot righty. Actually, a switch hitter at the plate. First pitch to him. Breaking ball right over the middle of the plate. It is 0-1. The Rebels will have 4, 5, 6. Lancaster, Bell, and Antonetti due up in the top of the second. Quickly, the 0-1's in there, and quickly it's 0-2. Fraun ready. Looks in for his signs. Antonetti lays him down from the windup, the pitch, and another great breaking ball missing for a ball. 1-2. Might have been a little down. 1-2, and this time it's a swing and a miss. Pitches in the dirt. Catcher tags him. And the first inning is over, but not before the Express put a couple runs on the board. A 2-run home run by the designated hitter, Brayton Brown. Strasburg 2, Newmarket nothing. We go to the top of the second. We're back after this on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet.
Jackson, Lancaster.
Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the second. Strasburg leading 2-0. The Rebels will send up 4, 5, and 6 here in the top of the second inning. Jeremy Sisko, a solid first inning. It was a 10-pitch inning to be exact. First pitch, right there in the strike zone. It's 0-1. Lancaster 2 for 4 on the season. The 0-1. Breaking ball skips in front of the plate to the back of the net, nearly getting a piece of the home plate umpire, but it just dodges. It's 1-1. We're in the second. You can see the sun shining on the Facebook or YouTube feed. Really shining right now. 1-1. Swing and a foul back into the net. Counts 1-2. Checking on scores around the league. Top of the first in Covington. The Tom Sox lead the Lumberjacks 3-0. 1-2 pitch. Fastball way up high to Lancaster. 2-2. Sisko came into the game with a 2.25 ERA for the Express. Had 4 innings under his belt. 2-2, hit the second. Irvin, I should say, throws it to first. And Cam Irvin with the throw and the put out for out number 1. 1 out, and here comes James Bell, the DH.
Now batting the DH from Fresno Community College, number 9, James Bell.
Bell from Fresno Community College. He'll step in with 1 out in the top of the second for the Rebels. First pitch from the righty. Fastball up and out, 1-0. Good pitch, just missed the zone. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on a breaking ball, 1-1. Bell on the season, 1 for 5. 200 average, no home runs, no RBIs. 1-1. Swing and a drive to right, back towards the wall, making a leaping attempt, and it's over the head of Coffey. Into second base for a stand-up double is James Bell, his second hit of the summer, and the Rebels have a man in scoring position with only 1 out.
The catcher from Texas A&M, number 35, Robert Antonetti.
Here comes Robert Antonetti. He's the catcher. And when you're viewing our broadcast tonight, make sure you go to the settings section and make sure you're watching. It should be on 720p, which is the highest that we can stream. That's all that YouTube and Facebook supports right now. So make sure you get that quality up if the screen's blurry. You don't want that happening. First pitch to Antonetti, misses outside. Robert is 4 for 26 on the summer, 153 average, no home runs and 4 RBIs. Cisco trying to dodge the 1-out double bullet here. 1-0. Fastball down low, 2-0. Looks like we have about 31 viewers over on YouTube and 23 on Facebook. So thanks for joining us. Not sure about the audio-only listeners, but if you do want to see the video, you can always check over on Facebook or YouTube. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a hard grounder to second. Irvin Fields throws to first. 2 outs in the top of the second. Runner moves up to third base on the ground out. And here comes Cameron Dean, the second baseman.
From College of Charleston, number 26, Cameron Dean.
Dean from the College of Charleston out of the Colonial Athletic Association. Dean trying to get his team on the board. Runner on third and 2 outs for the Newmarket Rebels. Cisco from the stretch, as always. Here's the pitch. And that hits him. Breaking ball didn't break, and it got him on his side. And a hit by pitch. So a 2-out hit by pitch, and here comes Paul Windland Jr., the first baseman. The batter, Windland, 181 average, 4 for 22, no home runs, and 3 RBIs. The pitch from Cisco, and that's in the dirt. Great block, and now they've got a man in a rundown, and he's going to get back to first. Dean was in a rundown, and that really could have led to a run for Newmarket. The runner from third could have taken off, but the throw down from Crawford was stopped at second, and then Dean got back to first, and Bell held up at third. So that could have been bad for the Rebels or the Express, really. Throw over and back in safely is Cameron Dean. Cisco up to 23 pitches. Pitch, swing, and a miss. One ball, one strike. Windland wearing the number 42 for the Rebels. A ball and a strike. Fastball right there, and the count is 1-2. Two 2-0 Express, top of the second inning. Rebels threatening a bit. Cisco trying to get out of it. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Got him on a breaking ball, and the top of the second is over. The Rebels with a double and a hit by pitch, but they strand them both out on the base pass. Rebels still scoreless. We go to the bottom of the second. We're back after this on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet.
will see. You will see.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. Cam Irvin, the second baseman, leads it off for the Strasburg Express in a 2-0 ball game. First pitch is up and in, and that gets a piece of him. A hit by pitch on the first pitch of the bottom of the second.
Number nine, J.J. Sousa.
There's J.J. Sousa, the left fielder. Sousa's got some sneaky pop. First pitch misses 1-0. I don't even know if it's sneaky. He's got pop. He's played well so far. Sousa, 388 average, 3 home runs. Line drive into right field, right on cue. That's a base hit. J.J. Sousa with his 8th hit of the year and 19 at-bats. And it's first and second and nobody out.
Kentucky, number 19, James McCoy.
So Irvin moves up to second, and Sousa's on first on the base hit. Here's James McCoy, the first baseman. He is, I don't know if I've mentioned this, he's an upcoming freshman going to Kentucky to play baseball. He's just got out of high school. The pitch from Fron, swing and a miss, and he loses his bat, and it goes over the field into the next door field, the Little League field. Holy cow.
That's a new record.
We have never had a bat go that far. Good golly, that thing just flew away. Luckily no one was hurt.
No, you can't keep it. Please bring it back. Thank you.
The bat slipped out of his hands. I think he needs some more, what do they call it, stickum? Pine tar, stickum stuff. Put down your batting gloves, get a little pine tar on the handle. I'm sure you all could see it, but he lost the handle, and we've got a Little League field right next door, and it went over. Luckily, there's no one standing on the bleachers like they do sometimes there, because that may have taken him out. So McCoy's back. He's got a new piece of lumber to swing with. Oh, 1. Swing and a foul ball, and that hits off the pole. He's doing some rare things at the plate. It's 0-2. Again, sun's coming in pretty bright. You can see it in left field. Hopefully that'll straighten out here soon.
Go, James.
0-2 the count. Swing and a line drive up the middle. That's a base hit. James McCoy with a single. Runners are being held, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Irvin to second, Sousa to Irvin to third, Sousa to second, and McCoy with the knock. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the second, and here comes the right fielder, Carson Coffey. Coffey with a great chance here to do something. Corners playing in for the Rebels. Here comes the first pitch to Carson Coffey. That's inside, and that hits him. That gets a piece of the 9-hole hitter Coffey, and that's going to bring home a run, and the Express have scored another one. It is 3-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Second baseman, number 2, Shane Lucier.
So Irvin in the score, Sousa to third, McCoy to second, and Coffey on. Here's Shane Lucier, the shortstop. He swings and misses. It's 0-1. Lucier walked and scored his last time up. So a hit by pitch, single, and hit by pitch here in the inning. Still nobody out. Bases loaded for the Express. 0-1. Fastball up high. It is 1-1. Express 3 runs on 2 hits so far, no errors. Rebels no runs on 1 hit and no errors. See if Lucier can find the outfield here. 1-1, and looked like it was going to get a piece of him. It also looked like it could be a strike. Inside corner, it's called a ball, and it's 2-1. Good hitters count here for Shane Lucier, the shortstop. Andrew Ferron set the pitch. That is a strike at the knees, 2-2. Lucier still 0 for 3 on the season, looking for his first base hit and first RBI. This would be a good time for some RBIs here. Early in the game, trying to build up some padding for Jeremy Sisko and the Express. 2-2. Swing and a pop-up left side and out of play towards the parking lot. Takes a nice bounce, and
If you had your insurance with State Farm, you wouldn't worry about that a bit.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Lucier. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball to second. They're going to go to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. Lucier with the RBI, his first of the season. Souza comes home to score, and McCoy to third. Coffey's erased on the fielder's choice, and the Express add to their lead. It's 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
Third baseman, number 28, Ryan Delaney.
Fielder's choice and an RBI for Lucier. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second, and here comes Ryan Delaney. He struck out looking his first time up. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Express definitely need to get that runner in from third at least here. They had the bases loaded, nobody out. They've got 2 in the inning, matching their total from the first. And trying to add here. The 0-1, and they got him picked off. Oh, they call him safe. They call him safe. Throw over to first, and the throw beat him, but he's called safe at first according to the base umpire, and Lucier is counting his lucky stars there. Good throw over by the pitcher, Andrew Ferron. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes again. The 0-1 by Delaney, and runner going, throw to second, and there's the out. They throw him out, and for whatever reason, the runner was not trying to go from third, which if you're not going to go from third, that play makes no sense. And that's out number 2. So called stealing on the play is Lucier for the second out, and now suddenly there's 2 outs and still a runner on third. Swing and a miss. One and 2 the count. Bottom of the second. Newmarket got a big out there on the stolen base attempt. That's a couple times this year where Strasburg, they've tried to steal and then the runner hasn't gone from third, which just doesn't make sense when you've got a runner on third and 1 out. They've got to work on that a bit. Base running has been kind of an adventure at some points. 1 and 2 the count to Delaney. Here's the pitch. And he went around according to the home plate umpire. That's strike 3. And the second is over, but not before the Express tack on 2 more runs. And they now lead this ball game 4-0 as we go to the top of the third. Newmarket coming up. We're back after this.
Jack it up.
Strasburg 4, Newmarket nothing.
Now batting for the Rebels.
We go to the top of the third.
Left fielder number 2, Jason Luke.
It'll be 9-1-2 for the Rebels. Jason Luke, Nicholas Calero, and Kyle Jackson. 2 in the first, 2 in the second for the Express. Jeremy Sisko back out onto the mound for the Express. He's allowed a double so far. First pitch, breaking ball, down and in, 1-0. Looking at the upcoming schedule for the Express, they will be at Winchester tomorrow. They're off Thursday, and then they'll be on the road again in Woodstock, taking on the River Bandits. That's the only loss so far. 1-0, and that's a ball. Woodstock and Strasburg were very tight in 2019, both very good teams. Woodstock was able to bounce back from winning 5 games the previous year to winning, I think it was around 28. 2-0 count. Swing and a little nubber up the middle. Weird side spin. Throw to first. Good pick, and they call him out at first. The base umpire calls him out on the play. Great play by Lucier as the ball came off the bat very oddly. It had some weird side spin to it. He had to come at it at a weird angle. He threw it to first, and a good pick by the first baseman, McCoy. And the base umpire calls him out on the play, and the Express will take it, as that's the first out in the top of the third. Good job there by Lucier, just sticking with it. And here's Calero, and Nicholas takes one just a tad up high, 1-0. Quickly ready, Sisko, the 1-0. Fastball on the corner, strike one. Bottom of the third in Woodstock, the River Bandits lead the Purcellville Cannons 1-0, and the Covington Lumberjacks have a run on the board. They're still down 3-1. 1-1, and umpire thought about it for a second, but it's still called a ball, 2-1. Two-one swing and a foul ball. I think they got a piece of the catcher, Graham Crawford. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch way outside and in the dirt, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the third inning. Jeremy Sisko, 2 in the third so far. He's thrown 19 strikes and 15 balls, so almost actually an even ratio, which got to throw some more strikes. 3-2, and that's off the corner. Sisko thought it was a strike, but it was outside. 1 out walk to Calero. And that brings up Kyle Jackson. He lined out to the left fielder on a nice diving catch by Sousa, his first time up. So runner on first, double play depth for the Express. Looking for a ground ball. First pitch, way inside. Here's a back pick to first, and he's safe. Want to know the count. And throw over, and diving back in safely is the runner, Calero. One the count. Pitch, swing, and a foul back. One ball, 1 strike. Newmarket trailing 4-0 here in the third. The pitch. That's inside, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Setting the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Went after a high fastball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, thanks for tuning in here tonight on this Tuesday evening from the ballpark in the Valley League. Game number 10 for the Express. Number 8 for the Newmarket Rebels. I think these two teams play 6 times total. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Fastball up high. Throw to first. Safe. Good throw by the catcher, Graham Crawford. You got to be careful, though, because I don't know if you all can tell, but the right fielder, Coffey, he's not anywhere near the line, so that would be easily to third on a bad throw. Let's see if the Rebels run here. I don't think they will at this point, with the score being the way it is. Throw over and back in safely is Calero, but they could try a little hit and run action here. I mean, it's a 3-2 count, so he's pretty much going to have to swing anyways, but runner holds the pitch. Fastball way up high. Cisco goes down on a knee following the pitch. And just like that, the Rebels have first and second and only 1 out. Back-to-back walks following a ground out to short. And there's still only 1 out in the inning. That's now 41 pitches for Cisco through 2 1/3. And the bad thing about that, it's been 21 strikes and 20 balls, so he almost has as many balls as strikes. Just needs a ground ball here to try to turn 2 for the Rebels, trying to put 1 in play and keep the inning alive. Robertson struck out swinging his first time up. I think they got him on a breaking ball, darting out of the zone. Here's the first pitch. Swing, and there's that breaking ball. Fouled away, and it's 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. Cisco set at the belt. And the pitch. Swing and a high fly into right. McCoy giving it a look. And they're going to call the infield fly rule. And the catch is made by McCoy, the first baseman, for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 7, Jackson Lancaster.
That's a big out number 2. Robertson just got under that one. And that brings up Jackson Lancaster, the right fielder. Lancaster grounded out to second his first time up. Two outs in the top of the third. Strasburg leading 4-0. But the Rebels have a couple on base. Pitch is down and in the dirt, 1-0. Got a long inning here for Jeremy Cisco, the righty on the mound for the Express. 1-0. Swing and a foul back off of the net and back into play. And the count is 1-1. The lefty Lancaster, the 4-hole hitter, and the right fielder. The 1-1. Ball in the dirt. Great stop by the catcher, Graham Crawford. It's 2 balls and a strike now. Two one is a hammer to third and caught on the one hop by Galaney. He takes it to third base, 5 unassisted. That ball was absolutely roped to third, but right at the third baseman, and the half inning is over. Well, the Rebels threaten a bit in the top of the third, but can't get anything across the board. We go to the bottom of the third. We're back after this on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Stretch Internet.
Express in the bottom of the third, number 3, Brayton Brown.
We go to the bottom of the third from Strasburg. Strasburg leading 4-0, and Brayton Brown, the DH who hit a 2-run shot his first time up, will bat again against Andrew Fraun. Newmark had a couple on in the top half, but couldn't get them in. Here's the first pitch of the bottom of the third, and it misses inside, 1-0. Fraun so far here on the night, 23 strikes, 17 balls through 2 innings. 1-0's right there. It's 1-1. We've got 30 watching on Facebook, 35 watching on YouTube. Ball and a strike from Fraun. Breaking ball hit the third. Diving stop by the third baseman. He throws it from his bottom. Throw to first. Not in time, and that'll be an infield single. Good attempt by Robertson as he was able to stop it, and he tried to throw it from the ground, but Brown with too much speed beating it out. Brayton is 2 for 2, and the Express have their 4th hit. Good hustle there, though, because the throw was, decent enough where if someone wasn't running, you never know. Here's Chad Ferry. Ferry takes one for a strike. He thought it was down and out, and it's 0-1. Ferry a ground out to second his first time up. 0-1 count. Andrew Fraun, righty, and the pitch. That's outside for sure, 1-1. Take a look at the MLB scoreboard here in just a second. One ball, one strike to count. Brayton Brown at first after the infield single. That's outside. Bottom of the third, Nationals lead the Pirates 5-0. Bottom 1, check that bottom 2. Toronto and the Yankees tied at 1. Top of the third, the Orioles are still in it. 1-1 the score. 2-1 the count. That's outside. A little bit of wind out there on the field now. The flag moving a bit, and I don't really want to mention the sky in right field. Cubs and Mets tied at 0 going to the third. 3-1 count to Ferry. Swing and a foul back. Going to the second, Boston 4, Atlanta 0. And later on tonight, Phillies Dodgers at 10:10 from LA. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Hit one to left, you never know what will happen. Brown at first, let's see if he takes off and if Ferry can put it in play. Fraun looking for a strikeout. Runner holds the pitch, and that's a foul ball. Pitch was definitely going to be a ball. It was way inside, and he got a piece of it and it hit him in the box. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Breeze is picking up in the press box now. We'll do it again at 3-2. And that's outside, ball 4. Ferry draws the walk, and here comes Graham Crawford, the catcher.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Crawford.
Looking at the River Bandits Twitter page, a huge rainbow around the field there. Not sure where the leprechauns are, but maybe they're still quarantining. And discussion on the mound, and that's going to be it for Andrew Fraun. So we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like a southpaw coming out of the pen for the Newmarket Rebels. We'll update you on who that is and more when we get back here on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch. You're tuned in to Valley Baseball League action with the Rebels and the Express.
Now pitching for the Rebels from Louisiana Tech, number 29.
Spirit of things, we lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, the things that fade away, that we keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back.
Welcome back to Strasburg. A new pitcher on the mound for the Rebels with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. It is Bryson Bales. Bales taking over in relief of Andrew Fraun. Bales, 6'2", lefty from Louisiana Tech University, and he is from Round Rock, Texas.
The hour starting at 7 a.m. On their night at the ballpark on June 29th, they'll be giving away 2 tickets to a Nationals game. The tickets are $300 each. You are seated in special. Still batting the catcher, number 5, Graham Crawford.
So Graham Crawford steps up to the plate following the departure of Andrew Fraun after 2+ innings, allowing 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and 3 strikeouts. Definitely some more breeze picking up out there on the field. So the lefty Bales facing Crawford here, the side armor, first pitch, and he's got some good velocity on that fastball. But it misses for a ball, 1-0. 1-0 the count. Fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. According to what I'm seeing here, it says a 21% chance at 8:15. That's pretty much the only chance. Now, that's if you follow what the app says. If you're one of those people, I don't blame you, but with this summer weather, you never know. And meeting at the mound, catcher is going to run out.
The train station has sweatshirts for sale. There are some that are $15, some that are $30, but if you're feeling the chill, you didn't bring a sweatshirt, you can purchase one.
1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. More breeze coming up through the press box. Setting the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Crawford is behind 1-2. So a walk by, or check that, a single for Brayton Brown and a walk by Chad Ferry. Four nothing Express, bottom three here from Strasburg. North versus North Division battle. 1-2. And that's behind him. He thinks that it hit him. And it did. They're going to say it hit him.
That was a hit by pitch.
And the bases are loaded.
Cam,
I don't know. Personally, I didn't hear it or see it. I mean, it was thrown at his legs practically, not on purpose, but so it wouldn't be surprising if it was a hit by pitch. And this one's to the backstop, all the way to the wall, and it's 1-0. So bases are loaded with nobody out for Cam Irvin. And Cam, well, he was hit by a pitch his first time up. So that's now 3 hit by pitches and 2 walks tonight for Rebels pitching. Good chance here for Irvin to put this one in a good spot for Strasburg. 1-0 is a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. This is Bale's first appearance of the summer. The lefty. Jersey's halfway untucked in the front. 1-1, the side armor's pitch, and good looking pitch. Misses inside, 2-1. 2-1 the count. Danger spot here for the Newmarket Rebels. Irvin awaiting the 2-1. And that hits him. He's hitting the leg. His second hit by pitch of the night, and it brings in a run. It's 5-0 Strasburg. Still nobody out. That one had to hurt a little bit for Cam Irvin. Second time being hit in a row. Brown comes in to score. Ferry to third, Crawford to second, and Irvin to first on the hit by pitch. And suddenly it's 5-0. 5-0. Still nobody out. A single, walk, hit by pitch, and hit by pitch in the inning. And that one's hit to third. This could be a double play. They go home for one, throw to first. In time, it's a double play. A 5-2-1 double play. And that is a huge play for the Newmarket Rebels. So Ferry is out for the first out.
First baseman, number 19, James McCoy.
Crawford to third, Irvin to second, and Sousa out on the 5-2-3 double play. That one you don't see very often. 2 outs. So still second and third, but now not as much of a threat here. But now McCoy's up. And McCoy's already singled tonight. He's got good potential, but instead of having bases loaded, there's 2 outs instead of maybe 1 or none. But still a good chance here. A single could bring in 1 or 2 here for the Express. Bales, that was a big break for him. 1-0. And that nearly hits him. 2-0. This is already the second at bat for McCoy. He's the 8-hole hitter, and we're not even in the 4th yet. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third so far for Strasburg run-wise. 2-0 swing and a miss. Got him on a high fastball out of the zone, 2-1. 32 viewers on Facebook and 35 over on YouTube. Thanks for joining in here on tonight's broadcast. Again, if the screen looks blurry, make sure you go into the settings there on the video and make it clear, high quality. 2-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle off the glove of the pitcher. Here's a throw to first. It is in time. Good play by the second baseman, Dean. I believe that'll go down as a 1-4-3 putout. And the half inning is over. Well, the Express pick up another run, but it could have been much worse for the Rebels. 5-0 after 3 from Strasburg. We go to the 4th. We'll step away and return after this. We go to the fourth inning. Defensive substitution for the Strasburg Express as they're going to move Mac McCroskey in there to shortstop
James Bell.
for Lucier. So Lucier's night is done after a walk and a fielder's choice, RBI and a stolen base along the way. And we start the fourth. First pitch from Jeremy Sisko to James Bell is a ball, 1-0. Bell doubled his first time up. The only hit of the night for the Rebels. He's the designated hitter. 5-0 in the fourth. Pitch is hammered in the right center. That's going to the gap. All the way to the wall. Center fielder Ferry's going to pick it up. Hits the cutoff. And in the second, standing up with his second double is James Bell. He has both hits for the Rebels, and there's nobody out.
Robert Antonetti.
Last time he doubled, it was with one out. Nobody out this time. Here comes Robert Antonetti, the catcher. He grounded out to second his first time up. So in this spot, if you're Newmarket, you've got to score that run at least here in the fourth. Got to get him in. Get him over there with nobody out. So Antonetti, the lefty, facing Sisko. First pitch. Swing, and that's hit down the right field line. Foul. 0-1. Sisko has thrown 50 pitches, 27 strikes, 23 balls through 3 innings. Actually, yeah, 3 innings, 3+ now. 0-1. Swing, and that's lined into the gap, and that's going to be down. Center fielder Ferry fields it. They throw it to second, and in the score is the runner Bell, and the Rebels are on the board, back-to-back doubles to begin the fourth, and it's 5-1. RBI for Antonetti. Check that single. Single for Antonetti, still bringing in the run.
Second baseman, number 26, Cameron Dean.
So 5-1 the score following the RBI single by Antonetti, and there comes Cameron Dean, the second baseman. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Pitch is just outside, 1-0. Other scores around the league: Woodstock leading Purcellville 1-0 in the fifth. Harrisonburg and Waynesboro scoreless in the fourth, and Charlottesville still up 3-1 on Covington in the fourth. Pitch, and that's a strike, 1-1. Pretty decent crowd here at the ballpark tonight for a Tuesday evening ball game. Again, next home game is scheduled for Saturday against Winchester. 1-1. That's a good pitch, and it's a strike, 1-2. So Strasburg 5 runs on 4 hits. Newmarket 1 run on 3 hits. A lot of walks and hit by pitches combined, though. And Strasburg really missed out in the bottom of the third. They did good scoring a couple, but big double play turn. 1-2 high fastball. He threw him the cheddar and struck him out on a four-seamer out of the zone for the first out. One out in the fourth, and here comes Paul Winland Jr., the first baseman. He struck out his first time up. Express looking for a double play here. Winland from St. Louis, Missouri, and the University of Missouri-Columbia. The lefty facing the righty, Cisco. Pitch is down and in, 1-0. Strasburg will have 9-1-2 in the bottom half of the fourth. It'll be Coffey, McCroskey, and Galaney. Flag blown to the left. Cisco looks in for his signs. Crawford laying him down. And now time called. On the season, Winland is 4 for 23. 3 RBIs. 1-0 is hammered left side and foul and out of play towards the parking lot. And a fan out there is standing at the perfect place. It one hops right into his hands. Not really even close to the field, out near the parking lot. And that worked out for him. It's a ball and a strike. Down in the dirt, throw to first, good tag, but he is safe.
Please return all foul balls to the train station in exchange. Go to pre-spot courtesy of Walter.
Appreciate it, Judy. Thanks for the compliment. Again, thanks to everybody joining us over on Facebook and YouTube. Also, if you're listening audio only on Stretch Internet, as Jeremy Cisco steps off the rubber, and he will get back on. 2-1 the count. He's looking for a ground ball. Swing, and that is hit into center and down for a base hit. The fourth hit of the night for the Rebels, nearly throwing the runner out at second on the force, but just getting there in time is Antonetti. Winland with a base hit. Winland's 5th hit of the summer. And now the Rebels have matched the Express in hits, 4-4. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound. So Jason Luke stepping up, the left fielder, and one swing could make this a one-run game. Woodstock has just gone deep to make it 2-0, and Waynesboro has scored a run to make it 1-0 across the league games. Taking a look at the Valley League standings while we have a second here. In the North Division, Strasburg leading Woodstock by 2 games with an 8-1 record. Woodstock in second, 5-2. Leading Winchester by a half a game. The Royals are 4-2. Then in fourth place, it's actually tied for fourth, Front Royal, Newmarket, and Purcellville. In the South, Charlottesville at 6-1 in first. Second place, Stanton at 4-5. And third, the Turks 2-3. Fourth, Covington at 2-4. And the Waynesboro Generals 2-6 in last place. They were the top team regular season-wise for the South in 2019 before they were bounced in an upset series by the Stanton Braves. First pitch is a good one to Jason Luke, but it's called a ball, 1-0. And there's a baseball in play. The home plate umpire going to ask to have that moved, and it is. Newmarket, runners on first and second and only 1 out. This inning started off with a double. One the count. Pitch down low, 2-0. On deck, the leadoff hitter, Nicholas Calero, who has struck out looking and walked tonight. 2-0 the count. Jeremy Cisco trying to get out of this jam. The pitch, and that's down low, 3-0. That's now 33 strikes and 29 balls for Cisco. 3-0. Fastball inside part, 3-1. So he's at a 3-1 spot here. That's the batter, Luke. 3-1. Ball 4. He didn't like the call, but it was inside. The bases are loaded with nobody out, or check that, with 1 out. And the Rebels have a good chance here to get some runs back in this 4th inning.
Shortstop, Nicholas Calero.
So a walk there to Luke, the 9-hole hitter, and here comes Calero. Doesn't look like, yeah, it looks like someone's finally throwing down there. Shouldn't say finally because Cisco just ran into trouble this inning, but so Calero, 1 swing, and he could tie this thing up. The first pitch. That skips to the plate. Graham Crawford makes a great block. And right now for Cisco, he just can't get ahead of the batters. He's falling behind and then trying to get back in the counts. But that's when you're going to give up some big hits. Bell and Antonetti, a couple of hits to lead off the inning. Then a strikeout, a single, and a walk. Bases loaded, 1 out. That's outside, 2-0. That last inning where they had bases loaded, nobody out, that could be huge later in this game, getting 1 run out of it. 2-0 the count. That's a strike, 2-1. Upper part of the plate. Wouldn't be surprised to see Calero let it rip here. 2-1. Best case scenario for Strasburg, you get a ground ball or a sacrifice fly. You've got to get an out on the play somewhere, though. 2-1. That is outside. It's 3-1, and the Express are in danger of walking in a run here in the 4th. Strike on the outer part, and it looks like Calero is just trying to draw a walk and take that, get on base that way. But instead, he finds the edge for a strike, and it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. The pitch, and he walked in a run. Oh, free run given to the Rebels here, and it is 5-2 with still only 1 out in the 4th. Got to be thinking that's the end of the line for Cisco here. Antonetti comes in to score on the free run. Winland to 3rd, Luke to 2nd.
Baseball camps begin July 5th. There are 3 camps, pitching and catching. July 5th and 6th, the hitting and fielding camp.
And Cisco will exit with the lead, but he's in big trouble here with Express having to face the Rebels with the bases loaded and 1 out. So we've got a pitching change. We'll update you on the new arm right after this. The score is now 5-2 in the 4th. Rebels still threatening, bases loaded, 1 out.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
Number 5, Kyle Jackson.
Back to action, top of the fourth. Rebels bases loaded and only one out. New pitcher on the mound for the Express. It's Matthew Kleinfelter. Kleinfelter from JMU, and he is from Lancaster, Virginia. First pitch is a high strike, 0-1. 5-2 the score, top of the fourth. Jeremy Sisko done after a 3 1/3, allowing 4 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Can't finish the line yet because all the runners on the bases are his responsibility. Kyle Jackson, a line out and a walk tonight. Hold by Kleinfelter, the 0-1. Swing and a foul off the net, and it's 0-2. Kleinfelter way ahead, 0-2. Can't make too good of a pitch here. We see that a lot. High fastball. Here's a back pick to throw, or to third. And Galaney handles it at third. No outs, no advances on the play. Still 1-2. 2 runs in this inning. It's been a long one so far. One ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Jackson, the left-handed hitting center fielder. Kleinfelter set at the belt. The righty's pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a fastball, and that is out number 2. Get him on strikes, and here comes Tyler Robertson, the third baseman. So 2 outs in the top of the fourth for Robertson. Kleinfelter set at the belt. Way outside on a breaking ball. Graham Crawford's doing a great job back there. I'm not sure if there's a cross-up or what it is, but he's going to go out and speak to the pitcher, Kleinfelter. That'll be a mound visit as both umpires pull out a little pad and pen. That's 2, according to the home plate umpire. You can use them all because you can't take them home with you. 1-0 the count. Breaking ball. That's a good one in there. 1-1. Again, Kleinfelter from JMU. And he started a couple games ago for the Express here. Went 3 innings, allowed 4 runs, had 5 walks. Ended up getting the no decision in a Strasburg 9-4 victory over Front Royal. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a pop-up, right side, out of play. And Matthew Kleinfelter's a strike away from getting this inning over with.
Please return all foul balls to the train station in exchange for a free spot.
One ball, 2 strikes. Choked up on the bat is Robertson trying to dodge a big bullet here in the inning. 1-2, and that's hit to short. Charging, tossing to second, and the play is made 6-4. McCroskey to Irvin, and the Express get out of the jam with only allowing 2 runs. Newmarket nearly hits around, but they score 2, and they still trail 5-2. We go to the bottom of the fourth, back after this. Strasburg 5, Newmarket 2.
Don't forget we have lots of sweat.
Going to the bottom of the fourth, Kyle Gutschall with you here on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet. It's a pleasure being with you, whether you're a Newmarket fan, a Strasburg fan, or just a Valley League fan or a baseball fan. Good to have you on the broadcast tonight. Carson Coffey, the right fielder, leads it off for the Express, and he takes one down low. Coffey was hit by a pitch his first time up. Count is 1-0 to Coffey. 2 for 12 on the year, .166 average. Still looking for his first bomb and RBI. Inside corner, 1-1. Bales, 7 strikes and 8 balls on his line so far, but he did get a big double play last inning, limiting the damage to just a run. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him on a pitch inside, and the count is 1-2. The lefty Bales looking in for his signs. The sidearmer's pitch. Swing and a liner into right. That is caught right at the right fielder, Lancaster. Good play out there by Jackson to make the catch. And there's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth. So 1 out, and here comes Mac McCroskey, who subbed in for Shane Lucier. This is his first at-bat of the night. He was named the hitter of the week last week in the league. Takes a strike, 0-1. McCroskey batting .384 on the season, 10 for 26, no home runs and 4 RBIs. You would consider him a base hit machine. The 0-1. And that's going to find the inside part of the plate, 0-2. 5-2, bottom 4 in Valley Baseball League action from Strasburg between the Express and Rebels. Quickly 0-2 to Mac McCroskey. That's way outside 1-2. Harrisonburg's tied it up 1-1 at Waynesboro. 1-2. Fastball just up high, 2-2. Two-two. That's up and out, 3-2. So McCroskey has worked it back from 0-2 to 3-2 with Ryan Galaney on deck. Now Galaney is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. I'm going to say he's due for a hit coming up. He's been well above 300 average-wise this season, and 3-2. That's inside. Great at-bat. First at-bat of the night for Mac McCroskey, and he draws the walk. And here comes Ryan Galaney, the third baseman.
Number 28, Ryan Galaney.
So Ryan Galaney at the plate, 0 for 2, trying to get a base knock here. Way up high, and just like that, I believe that's 5, 6, that might be 6 straight balls from the pitcher, Bryson Bales. Want to know the count to Galaney, trying to get a big hit here. And that's been called a strike all night long, and it's 1-1. Both sides with 4 hits. Way to the backstop, and ball ricochets away. That'll be a wild pitch charge to the pitcher, Bryson Bales. And Mac McCroskey moves up to second base. So 2-1 the count. That is now 12 strikes and 14 balls for Bales. And for relief of Andrew Fraun, who only went 2+. 2-1 the count. Good hitters count for Galaney. Let's see if he can sit on one and drive it. And he can't drive that. It's in the ground. That's going to go to the backstop again. And another wild pitch. Back-to-back wild pitches, and just like that, a runner on third and only one out. And the Express allowed 2 in the top half, so they're going to try to get some back here. Three balls and a strike to Galaney. Newmarket going to play the infield in here. That's up high, ball 4. And a 1-out walk for Galaney brings up Brayton Brown. Brown tonight, 2 for 2. A 2-run bomb to left and a single that was an infield single, and he has scored 2 runs tonight. We've got a meeting at the mound, and this might be a, hey, you need to be careful with this guy discussion, or it'll be a pitching change. We'll see. And while we wait, we'll step away for about 60 seconds from Strasburg. Back to action. Strasburg at the plate, first and third, and 1 out for the hot swinging Brayton Brown. Brown, the designated hitter. After the meeting with Bales, not sure what the discussion, probably just trying to keep the ball out of the barrel, off the barrel and out of the middle of the plate, as the pitch misses 1-0. Galaney at first, McCroskey at third. Strasburg up by 3, trying to extend it here. Fastball in there, it's 1-1. So Brown now has 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, and he is 11 for 28. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Way outside, 2-1. Good count here for Brown to let it rip. Green light all the way here for the DH in the 3-hole. Ferry on deck. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high fly to right, down the line. Where is it? Going towards the pole, and it is off the wall. It nearly left the yard. It was hit so high into the sky that even the right fielder Lancaster couldn't find it. But Brayton Brown nearly hitting another home run to the 300 sign and right. An RBI single on a pop fly to right, and it's 6-2 Express here in the bottom of the 4th. That ball was hit right down the line, and it went off the fence, just keeping it in. It couldn't even tell if it was going to be fair or if it had the distance or if Lancaster would get there. But scoring is McCroskey, and Galaney had to hold up, so he only got the second, so that's why it was only a single. So here's Chad Ferry, and he takes a ball. So another single, and Brayton Brown is 3 for 3. He actually has 3 RBIs tonight. There was a 2-run shot in the first. 1-0 to Ferry, up and in, and suddenly this is getting kind of tricky for the Rebels. 2-0 count now, with Graham Crawford on deck. He was one of those hit by pitches last inning. Then there's Cam Irvin. He's been hit twice tonight. I think he wants to get a swing off. Good count here for Chad Ferry, 2-0. Swing, and that goes towards the dugout, and hitting the deck is the on-deck man, Graham Crawford, dodging the ball from, well, he just survived it as it went over his head into the dugout, and the count is 2-1. Good reaction over there. Now we saw Sonny D back in 2019 have to dodge a couple, and yeah, it wasn't as quick. Old Sonny DeShare from Sanford, great player here for the Express. 2-1 the count. Swinging a ground ball to third. They're going to go to second for one. The ball is thrown away into the outfield. One run is coming to the plate, and he will score. Coming home to score on the play is Ryan Galaney, and the Express have scored again. It's 7-2 with still only one out. An error on the shortstop there, Calero.
The catcher, number 5, Graham Crawford.
So Brown is all the way to third base there. Ferry reaches on the error, and I want to give a little bit of a reason why I think that was a bad throw. He had a little interaction there with the base runner, kind of got tangled up. So it's first and third and one out for Graham Crawford, and he takes one for a strike. So Ferry reaches on the fielder's choice in the E6, which allowed Galaney to score. Brown moved all the way up from first to third on the bad throw to the outfield. Here's the 0-1 to Crawford, and similar spot, different result, 1-1. Could have been a double play, but instead thrown away into right field, and another big mistake. 1 ball, 1 strike to Graham Crawford, a hit by a pitch and a strikeout. That's down low, 2-1. On deck, Cam Irvin, the second baseman, as I mentioned, hit by a pitch twice. Last time was kind of in the rear end area. 2-1. Swing and a high fly to left, going back towards the wall. He is going to have room as it cruises back in. Getting under it's the left fielder, Luke. He's going to throw it to the cutoff man. And coming home to score on the sacrifice fly is Brayton Brown. And the Express have tacked on another. It's 8-2 with still only 2 outs here in the fourth. And tagging the second is Chad Ferry. Great base running there. So a sac fly and an RBI for Crawford. And that brings up Cam Irvin, the second baseman. Runner on second, 2 outs. Bale's still on the mound. And Irvin takes a fastball inside for a strike, 0-1. So the Express allow 2 in the top half, and they say, all right, we'll come back with 3 of our own in the bottom half. They've scored every inning against this Newmarket staff that's been statistically pretty decent pitching-wise. 0-1, nearly gets a piece. The offense has been an issue for Newmarket, but the pitching has not been bad. I think they were top 5 coming in. I believe Strasburg was number 1 or 2 hitting and pitching. 1-1. That's inside 2-1. Charlottesville and Strasburg up there in both categories. Woodstock up there on the hitting side. 2 balls and a strike for Cam Irvin. Swing and a chopper to third, charging the third baseman. Throw to first. Looked like he came off the bag. And they're going to call him out. First baseman definitely came off the base before he stepped on it. Or, well, if he ever did. But they call him out, and the half inning is over. So the Express allowed 2 in the top half, but score 3 in the bottom half. And we're through 4 innings from Strasburg. Strasburg 8, Newmarket 2. We go to the 5th. Back after this on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet.
Leading off number 7, Jackson Lancaster.
Top of the 5th, Strasburg 8, Newmarket 2, Valley Baseball League action. Thanks for joining in here tonight. Jackson Lancaster, the right fielder who is 0 for 2, will lead it off. Batting from the left side, Kleinfelter back out onto the mound for the Express. Matthew deals and skips it to the plate. It's a ball, it's 1-0. Looks like viewer-wise, we're at about, combined with YouTube and Facebook, about 80 and probably at least 20 listeners. 1-0, and that one misses. Kleinfelter behind in the count, 2-0. Swinging a pop-up, left side, foul territory, and out of play as it bounces away. And it's 2-1. Blue Jays leading the Yankees 5-2, top of the 5th inning. Two balls and a strike to the leadoff hitter Lancaster. Way up high, 3-0. And this is the one thing that Kleinfelter struggled with when he started the other day. It was the starting, or it was the control. 3-1. Swing and a pop-up foul. And really, the batter, Lancaster, is kind of helping Kleinfelter at this point because a couple of these pitches have been out of the zone. And the count is full, 3-2. Pitch number 12 is fouled away by Lancaster. I should say pitch number 12 so far on the night for Kleinfelter.
Brenda Parsons, State Farm Insurance, you know the rest.
Top of the 5th. Rebels trying to get something going after allowing 3 in the bottom of the 4th. 3-2, here it comes from Kleinfelter. Ball 4, and we see another walk here. And it's to lead off the inning. That is just
DH number 9, James Bell.
not something you can really afford to see in your Strasburg. Walks have been an issue, and they are every year with every team. But after you score, 3 in an inning, you can't afford to walk, because that will give Newmarket the opportunity to jump back in here, and they've got plenty of hitters who can put the ball over the fence, and then suddenly they're back in the game. Here's Bell. Good pitch there from Kleinfelter. James Bell, the DH, has been very good tonight. He's been, half the offense. He's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. He has a run scored, and he bats here. Keep an eye out in the gaps. Another good pitch from Kleinfelter. Inside corner on the strike, and it's 0-2. Kleinfelter with a 12 ERA through 3 innings. Had a strikeout coming in. James Bell, the DH, way behind here. 0-2. Time call at the last second. Home plate umpire granted him time. We'll do it again at 0-2 here in just a second. Oh, 2. And that's outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Runner on first. The pitch. Up and in. Little chin music there as Bell has to dodge it. It's 2-2. slow paced at bat here. 2-2. That's up high, and suddenly it's 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. Runner diving back into the bag. Three, two. Nobody out. Runner goes. The pitch swing and a foul back. Runner was moving down 8-2. So we'll have to do it again. Matthew Kleinfelter in a bit of a jam here. Could get worse. He's got to hone it in. 3-2. Swing and a foul ball. Kleinfelter's got good stuff. He's just got to hone it in the strike zone. He's got a good fastball, and he's got some good breaking stuff. We've seen that already. The walks have been an issue for all Strasburg pitchers, really. And they are, like I said, it's an issue for every team. But 3-2. Swing and a miss. There's that good stuff. He throws a fastball right by James Bell. And Matthew Kleinfelter picks up the strikeout for the first out. And that's what I'm talking about right there. He's got some good electric stuff. Just got to keep it in the zone, and he's going to have success. So there's one out here in the fifth, and here comes Robert Antonetti, the catcher. He's grounded out and singled. Pitch outside, 1-0. Around the Valley League, Purcellville now leading Woodstock 3-2 in the sixth. Charlottesville and Covington tied at 5 in the fifth, and Harrisonburg leading Waynesboro 2-1 in the seventh. So Purcellville's come back to take the lead, and Covington's come all the way back and taken the lead in that game. Covington nearly blew a game last night. They were up 5-0 against Waynesboro, and they ended up beating them in extra innings. But decent lead at first, the 1-0. Breaking ball, good pitch, 1-1. 1-1. Runner going, big jump, pitches high, throw to second, it gets away, and it'll be held up in shallow center. So that'll be a stolen base for Jackson Lancaster. And you can just see what the walks do to you. That's right there giving him the second. So a runner at second base now for the Newmarket Rebels. Two balls and a strike. Antonetti awaiting the pitch from Kleinfelter. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back off the net. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Admission tickets at the end of this inning. We'll have a drawing for a Cracker Barrel gift certificate.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Kleinfelter set. Here it comes. Swing and a high pop-up. Looks like it's foul territory. Third baseman giving it a look. He makes the catch up against the net. And that is out number 2. Great play. That was Galaney, I believe.
Second baseman, number 26, Cameron Dean.
So a pop out into foul territory for the second out, and here comes Cameron Dean, the second baseman. Dean, a hit by pitch and a strikeout tonight. Still only in the fifth. Through the first 2 innings, we were going to be done quick. But since then, since I mentioned that it was a quick pace game, it's slowed down. First pitch misses up high, 1-0. We got underway tonight at 7:04. We're about 15 minutes from hitting the 2-hour mark. 1-0 count to Cameron Dean, the pitch from Kleinfelter. Good breaking ball, strike one. 1-1. Dean came into the game batting .263. He has 1 at bat, 2 plate appearances in the game, so he's now 5 for 20, .250 average. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Paul Winland Jr., the first baseman, would be next. He has struck out and singled tonight for the Newmarket Rebels. One ball, 2 strikes. Matthew Kleinfelter, the righty, set at the belt, looks at the runner at second. Here's the pitch, and they got him in a rundown. He's sprinting all the way to the player. Got him in the rundown. He throws it to second, and tagged out. He is picked off, down 8-2, and the inning is over. You cannot do that, but they just did it, and Strasburg catches a big break. Good break and good pickoff move by, or good step off by Kleinfelter. And the half inning is over. So a pickoff to end the top of the fifth. Strasburg 8, Newmarket 2.
020-913. Good for a Cracker Barrel gift certificate. Take that to the train station.
We go to the bottom of the fifth. Back after this.
020.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Yet you keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Now batting left fielder number 9, J.J. Sousa.
We go to the bottom of the fifth. New pitcher on the mound for the Newmarket Rebels. It's Bryce Brown. Bryce Brown is a 6'4" righty from the College of Charleston. He is from Hollywood, South Carolina. First pitch to the leadoff man, J.J. Souza, is a ball. Souza has singled and scored and also hit into the rare 5-2-3 double play. 8-2 Strasburg, bottom of the 5th inning from First Bank Park. Pitch is a called strike from Bryce Brown. Coming into the game, Bryce Brown has thrown 4 innings, 2 strikeouts, and has a 11.25 ERA. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Final line for the Rebels, Bales. He went 2 innings, allowing 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 of those runs earned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a pop-up, foul and out of play, left side. It's still 1-2. And that pitch misses, 2-2. And fouled away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And J.J. Souza is down on strikes for out number 1. Here comes James McCoy, the first baseman. McCoy, the first baseman, a single, and hit it off the pitcher's glove, and then it was put out 4-3. Pitch to James McCoy's up high, 1-0. The Express have scored every inning coming into this 5th inning. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the 4th. Bryce Brown kicks and pitches outside 2-0. Nine pitches so far for Brown. Number 10 coming up here in just a second. That's outside 3-0. Woodstock has reclaimed the lead, 4-3, bottom 6 over Purcellville. Harrisonburg still leading 2-1 after being swept in their doubleheader. And the 3-0's in there, 3-1. The count to McCoy. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. Big hack there, trying to move that one. It's 3-2. From 3-0 to 3-2. McCoy choked up on the bat, the lefty, awaiting the pitch. Swing, and he stays alive. Goes down on one knee, but keeps the at-bat going. Still 3-2. Baseball on a Tuesday night. 3-2. Up high, ball 4, and James McCoy draws the walk. Brings up Carson Coffey, the right fielder.
Right fielder, number 18, Carson Coffey.
Coffey has been hit by a pitch and lined out to left. Runner on first, 1 out. Pitch way up high, 1-0. If anything, there's been a lot of pitches thrown in this game. And sometimes when we get to that point, we even dig deep and find the exact number for you. We might have to do that just to keep everyone busy. 1-0 the count. That's fouled away. That pitch was a ball, but he went after it. 1-1. 1-1. That's a strike, 1-2. And it's hard to believe when the score is 8-2 that Strasburg only has 5 hits. A lot of walks and hit by pitches and then clutch hits is really what it is. Can we make a new category? We already have to make a new one for the mound visits, right? Clutch hits. 1-2. Swing and a foul back. There's another one. Still 1-2. Coffey has a couple hits on the season, looking for number 3 here. Still looking for his first home run and RBI. 1-2 and a throw over and back in is McCoy.
Missed it by that much.
Brown set the pitch. Inside, 2-2. Has the inside been a strike today? Yes. But was that too far inside? Yes. Too far inside. Nearly got him. But yes, more than I think any time this year, the inside has been a strike, and it's been consistent. 2-2. Ground ball past the diving second baseman, a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Carson Coffey. And the 8-9 hitters are on base here, first and second. One out, and here comes Mac McCroskey.
Shortstop, number 14, Mac McCroskey.
McCroskey subbed in for Shane Lucier. And McCroskey walked his first and only time up. Got the second on a wild pitch, got the third on a wild pitch, and then scored. So Mac McCroskey trying to get the Express even more runs here. Already up 8-2 in the fifth, still only one out. Swing and a foul ball towards the Little League field. It is 0-1. McCroskey, 10 hits on the season.
Which really isn't optional, and you'll get free ice cream, actually free spot rather, courtesy Walnut Ridge Farm.
Owen won the count to McCroskey. Fastball right there, 0-2. Bryce Brown way ahead here of the Express's best average hitter right now, McCroskey. On deck, Galaney, 0-2, and Brown's going to step off. Oh, to the count. Breaking ball just outside. 33 viewers on YouTube and 42 on Facebook. Joining into tonight's Valley Baseball League action. The 8-1 Express and the 2-5 Rebels. 1-2 to McCroskey. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory and into the dugout. It actually hits off the roof. And it's still 1-2. At least that one, foul ball stayed in play where they can get it. So it's still 1-2. And I think, yeah, after this fifth inning, we're going to find out how many pitches have been thrown tonight. I'm going to consult with our truck and get you the stats. It's going to be astronomical. 1-2. Swing and another foul ball down the right field line. Hopefully they have enough baseballs rubbed up because there's been a lot hit around tonight. Well, let's try it again. One, two to McCroskey. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging out of the zone, and that is out number 2.
Number 28, Ryan Delaney.
So the Express are in danger of not scoring for the first time in an inning all night. Galaney can change that, though. So Galaney bats with runners on first and second and 2 outs, and first pitch is a breaking ball, check swing. It's a ball, 1-0. Want to know the count? Galaney takes one outside, 1-1. Check that, it's 2-0. On deck, scheduled to be Brayton Brown, but it appears there will be a pinch hitter, Nate LaRue. And stepping off the rubber, gets back on. Galaney's got to be looking inner part of the plate here. And he lines it into left. That's a base hit. That's going to be fielded by the center fielder. 1 run coming home to score. Galaney into second, and another run across, and the Express have still scored in every inning. They get another run, and it's 9-2 with 2 outs. Ryan Galaney with an RBI double. And we're only going to give him a single. RBI single.
Now batting is DH number 24, Nate LaRue.
So McCoy comes in to score. Coffey is at third. Galaney with a single, an RBI, and then advancing to second on the throw. So here's Nate LaRue pinch hitting for Brayton Brown, who finishes the night 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. So LaRue bats, and Brown's from the windup now. LaRue takes a fastball down the middle, 0-1. So 9-2 in the 5th. The 0-1 to LaRue. Breaking ball, good eye there as he takes it for a ball. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Brown shakes off a couple of signs, finds one he likes, the kick and the pitch. Down low, 2-1. Chad Ferry is scheduled to bat next. He's the center fielder, and he is in the on deck circle. Two one. That's down and out. 3-1. LaRue in his first at bat might draw a walk here. We got a base open at first with runners on second and third and 2 outs. Inning started off with a strikeout. LaRue takes one inside and he draws a walk, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And here comes Chad Ferry.
Number 33, Chad Ferry.
Well, the 3-hole has been productive tonight. 3 runs scored, 2 singles, a home run, 2 RBIs, and a walk. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Chad Ferry. Ferry is grounded out, walked, and reached on an error, and that hits him. He gets hit by a pitch. Another hit by pitch. That's at least number 4 or 5 of the night for the Rebels. And another run comes in to score. It's 10-2 Express with still 2 outs here in the 5th.
Graham Crawford.
So Coffey in to score. Moving to third is Galaney. LaRue to second, and Ferry the hit by a pitch. And he does get an RBI for that. So here's Graham Crawford, bases loaded, 2 outs, and a little extra on that fastball. It's a strike, 0-1. The Express with 10 runs on only 7 hits. Quickly, the 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Crawford trying to drive that one. In the 6th, Newmarket will have 7, 8, 9. Dean, Windland Jr., and Luke. Bryce Brown trying to end this long 5th for the top and the bottom half, really. Pitch is just inside. Newmarket wanted it, but it's a ball, 1-2. Brown at now 21 strikes and 17 balls through 2/3 of an inning. Inside, check swing. It's even more inside. Good call, 2-2. Chirping from the Rebels dugout saying it's not down. Home plate umpire responds. I think the zone just got a little tighter. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Crawford goes down on strikes with the bases loaded. And the inning is over, but not before the Express score 2 more runs. And they now lead it 10-2. 5 innings are finally in the books from Strasburg. We go to the 6th, back after this.
Mark your calendar for Monday.
We go to the top of the 6th, Strasburg 10, Newmarket 2. Kyle Gutschall with you. Thanks for joining in tonight's broadcast. Appreciate it all season long, even for those that are just Newmarket fans tuning in for the first time here from Strasburg.
Carlos Navarro from Arizona Western College.
And we've got a pinch hitter here for the Rebels. It's Juan Carlos Navarro coming in for Cameron Dean. He's in the 7 hole. So here's that stat. Through 5 innings, Newmarket has thrown 133 pitches. Strasburg has thrown 101. So through 5 innings, the teams have combined for 234 pitches. And we're only starting the 6th. And the first pitch is off to a great start. It's a called strike, and it's 0-1. Navarro 2 for 12 on the summer, 166 average, no home runs, no RBIs. Kleinfelter back out onto the mound for the Express, and that's a ball. Navarro is from Arizona Western College, and he is a 6'2 righty, 215 pounds. 1-1 for Juan Carlos. Strike right on the outside corner. Good pitch there. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Good velocity there by Kleinfelter. And the pinch hitter goes down on strikes for the first out.
Baseman, number 42, Paul Windland Jr.
Here comes Paul Windland Jr., the first baseman. He has struck out and singled tonight. Catcher Crawford telling his second baseman, Irvin, to maybe scoot over a little bit from the middle to the right. The lefty takes a strike as the pitch is dropped by the catcher Crawford, 0-1. 0-1 the count. Top of the 6th inning, Strasburg and Newmarket. Outside, 1-1. Make sure you're sticking around for the 7th. We'll have our history notes today on this date, June 15th in baseball history. Going back all the way sometimes to the 1800s, if it's entertaining. 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. Not sure if everyone heard or not, but the big leagues are banning the foreign substances that they've been letting the pitchers get away with. So the pitchers that have been able to use whatever, sunscreen I think they use, and of course pine tar, that's now a new rule. 2-1's a fister up the middle to short. Gathered by McCroskey, and he throws across the diamond to throw out Windland for the second out. So that'll be in the baseball notes at some point.
Jason Luke.
2 up, 2 down in the 6th for the Rebels, and here comes the left fielder, Jason Luke. Ground out and walk tonight. County matchup here with Newmarket and Strasburg. Newmarket has been in the North Division now for a few years. They were in the South for a while. Weren't they in the North previously? They've bounced around a little bit. And that one is fouled away. I mean, it makes sense to have the county teams in the same division with Strasburg, Newmarket, and Woodstock. And of course, team-wise, the South added Charlottesville, and then Rockbridge. That one's fouled away, and had Luray, and then they were gone, and then we had the Charlestown Cannons in the north, and then Percival Cannons. And the Haymarket Senators, yeah. Fouled away, and that is strike 3, fouled into the glove. The Haymarket Senators, one of the previous teams in the North Division in the Valley League. Always had a great photographer, and old Haymarket Joe. We're through at the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. Strasburg leading it 10-2. We're back after this on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet. called strike to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Strasburg has 6, 7, and 8 up. A lot of defensive changes for the Rebels. We got 23 moving into left field. Aaron Dutton. Couch 2 and 1. And let's see, we've got 42 at third. That's Winland Jr. And had some other changes as well. We'll try to get to that. 2 ones to the backstop, 3 and 1. Bryce Brown still in the mound for the Newmarket Rebels. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. Strasburg has scored every inning so far. And they lead this one 10-2, 3-1. Inside, ball 4, leadoff walk.
Left fielder number 9, J.J. Sousa.
Here comes J.J. Sousa. He struck out his last time up. He has singled, hit into a double play, and struck out. Strasburg 10 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Newmarket 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. Sousa takes a fastball, 0-1. Oh, 1 the count. Swing and a foul back. He's on it. It's 0-2. Around the league, Woodstock has lost the lead again, 5-4 Purcellville in the 7th. Waynesboro takes the lead 3-2 over Harrisonburg in the bottom of the 8th, and Charlottesville and Covington tied at 5 in the 7th. Quickly 0-2 to Sousa. Hold by Brown, long hold in the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul and over our heads, 0-2. It will remain 0-2. Swing and a high fly to right field, but it's foul. Still 0-2. We are well over 2 hours now in this ball game. Swing and a miss. Sousa fooled on a high fastball, and he goes down. 4 out, number 1. Here comes the first baseman, James McCoy. He's been on twice, a single and a double, or checked out a single and a walk. He's also scored a run. McCoy has a home run, but that was a good while ago. He's got some pop. And pitcher steps off. Newmarket does have an outfielder, number 2, so swing and a miss. Big, healthy hack there for McCoy, 0-1. Oh, 1 to McCoy. Outside. Thing is with McCoy, you can't leave one over the plate because he does have power. He's going to be able to drive the ball. It's just a matter of location and seeing what he can do. One one finds the outside for a strike. 1-2. One, two. Swing and a miss. He threw it where it was just out of the zone and McCoy couldn't get to it, and there are 2 outs.
Right fielder number 18, Carson Coffey.
Well, 2 outs, and the Express have not scored any here in this inning yet, and that would be the first time. Coffey singled and scored his last time up. Runner on first, that's Irvin. Pitch is fouled away right side and out of play. It's 0-1.
Please return that ball to the train station. In exchange, you get a free spot courtesy of Walnut Ridge Farm. If you need some grain-fed beef,
0-1. Up and out, 1-1. One's lined into right. That's a base hit. Back-to-back singles and back-to-back at-bats for Carson Coffey. And it's still a live inning for the Express. First and second, 2 outs. We go back to the top.
number 14, Mac
Here comes Mac McCroskey. He has walked, scored a run, and struck out tonight. 10-2 the score. Bottom of the 6th. McCroskey hammers it into left on the ground. That's a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. Mac McCroskey with a single. And the Express have the bases loaded and 2 outs. And here comes Ryan Galaney, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 28, Ryan Galaney.
So Irvin to third, Coffey to second. This is already the 5th at-bat right here coming up for Galaney. And we're only in the 6th inning. Well, 4th at-bat, 5th plate appearance. So from the windup now, Brown. And Brown's been out there a while. He's got to be tiring a bit. Pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. Well, as I've mentioned, the Express 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth. So they're trying to score again here for the 6th consecutive inning to start this game. Galaney awaits the 1-0. Swing and a miss. He was trying to make this game 14-2 in a heartbeat. Couldn't connect. Good hack though, 1-1. Parker Neal watching from hotel in Michigan says go Express. From the windup, the 1-1. That's in the dirt, 2-1. Appreciate everyone joining in and watching on Facebook or YouTube. All across the country for the Rebels or the Express or just a baseball fan in general. Brown through an inning and 2/3 has a lot of pitches. 2-1, swing and a foul ball. I find this hard to believe. Brown through an inning and 2/3 has 61 pitches. 61 pitches, not even through 2 innings. Holy cow. From the windup, 2-2 to Galaney. And the dirt, and the count's full, and here comes an exciting play here. All runners will be moving on the pitch. Everybody's running, and if one's not, especially the lead runner, there's going to be trouble. 10-2, bottom 6, 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Ryan Galaney at the plate for Strasburg facing Bryce Brown. Brown from the windup, and he steps off the back of the rubber. Base umpire making sure he stepped off with the right foot, which he does. Galaney taking his time. And why not at this point? 3-2, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Runners on the move, swing and a miss. The Express continue to struggle with the bases loaded. And the inning is over. The first inning where the Express are unable to get any runs on the board. But they still hold an 8-run lead, 10-2. As we move to the 7th inning of play. Make sure you're here in the 7th. We're going to have history facts for you. Stand by. We will take a quick break and return after this. We're through 6 from Strasburg. 10-2 Strasburg Express.
Nicholas Calero.
We go to the 7th inning. Strasburg leading 10-2. New pitcher on the mound. It is Jacob Cravey from Sanford. And we're about to read off Kleinfelter's line tonight, and it was very impressive. We'll get to that in just a second. Cravey, righty on the mound here, will face the top of the lineup, 1-2-3. First pitch in the dirt to the backstop, 1-0. It'll be Calero, Jackson, and Robertson here for the Rebels. Kleinfelter's final line tonight, 2 2/3, no hits, no runs, no earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He was very good tonight out of the pen from the Dukes of JMU. 1-0. Swing and a chopper to short. McCroskey, 1 hop, throw to first, 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th, top of the 7th.
Train station, $15 and $30. Center fielder number 5, Kyle Jackson.
Here comes Kyle Jackson, the center fielder. He's lined out, walked, and struck out tonight. This is Cravey's first appearance for the Express. Recent arrival. First pitch, and that's a strike. It's time for baseball history on this day, June 15th. And we will go back and get something here in just a second. Broken bat to left towards the dugout and foul. Today in 1963, on June 15th, Juan Marichal of the Giants pitches a 1-0 no-hitter against the Houston Colt 45s. The first Giants no-hitter since Carl Hubble pitched one in 1929. Now you see one every week in the MLB. 0-2, swing and a miss. Cravey picks up the strikeout, and there are 2 outs here in the 7th.
Third baseman number 21, Tyler Robertson. Correction, we believe he's in center field.
Here's Tyler Robertson. He is now the center fielder, one of those many changes that were thrown up on the board. First pitch, breaking ball, a strike. The 0-1. That's a ball. Today in 1976, a game between the Pirates and Astros is rained down at the Houston Astrodome. Only members of both teams were able to make it to the stadium. Game was postponed when heavy rain and flooding prevented umpires, fans, and stadium personnel from arriving. The first rainout in Astrodome history. The pitch misses. And today in 76, Charlie Finley, owner of the Athletics, attempts to sell 3 of his star players, Joe Rudy, Raleigh Fingers, for $1 million, and one other for $1 million apiece, as that one misses. Counts 2-2, and actually Vita Blue, they were going to sell him for $1.5 million, so a little bit more for Vita Blue than Raleigh Fingers and Rudy. 2-2, the pitch. Swing and a chopper foul. Robertson still at the plate. Today in 1977, in an unpopular move, the Mets trade franchise pitcher Tom Seaver just moments before the trade deadline. They sent him to the Reds for 4 lesser players. Two, the pitch. Outside from Cravey. Today in 1983, in one of the worst trades in franchise history, the Cardinals send first baseman Keith Hernandez to the Mets. 3-2, hit down the third base line, and a fair ball, and it's going down into left field. Extra bases for Tyler Robertson, and that's where he will stop. A 2-out double here in the top of the 7th for the center fielder of the Rebels, Robertson. That is another extra base hit for Newmarket, and that'll bring up Jackson Lancaster, the right fielder.
Right fielder, number 7, Jackson Lancaster.
Today in 07, Julio Franco comes to bat against Roger Clemens. Their combined age, 93 years, 246 days. (10-2) in the top of the 7th inning. Jacob Cravey, third arm of the night for the Express from Sanford. Looking the runner back to second. The pitch, way up high. Today in 08, Carlos Delgado drives in his 1,405th run in the majors, breaking Juan Gonzalez's record for RBIs by a Puerto Rican player. 1-0. That's a fastball. Good pitch there at 1-1. One ball, one strike. That is a good pitch and a strike. Today in 2015, the Pirates, check that, the Padres fire manager Bud Black after 9 years. The Padres never reached the playoffs under his tenure and were 2 games under 500 after making the changes meant to take them over the hump. Well, now the Padres are finally relevant 6 years later and could be a World Series team. 1-2, fouled down the left field line. It will remain 1-2.
You folks that are down the left field line, we appreciate you coming, and when you leave, would you please take those blocks and put them back in the gravel? That's our drainage system. Thank you.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lancaster 0 for 2 with a walk. And that's hammered into right fielder going back, and he makes the running catch. Good play out there by Coffey. That was one of the hardest hit balls of the night, but the catch is made, and the half inning is over. Strasburg 10, Newmarket 2. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Stay with us. We're back after this on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Express 10, Rebels 2.
Now batting number 24, Nate LaRue.
Nate LaRue will lead it off for the Express, facing the new hurler, Alex Nicolosi. Nicolosi from the Pirates of Seton Hall. Pitch to LaRue. Fastball in there, 0-1. Nicolosi coming into the game, a 9.81 ERA, 6 strikeouts through 3 2/3. 0-1. Fastball inside. Couple more history notes for you today. Today in 2016, Ichiro Suzuki collects a pair of hits. His double in the 9th coming off of Fernando Rodney. His 4,257th hit as a major leaguer, counting his time in Japan and the United States. That moved him in front of Pete Rose for the all-time mark. The 1-2, and that one misses. Two. Up and in, 3-2. Today in 2019, the Yankees signed Edward Encarnacion. Actually acquired him from the Mariners in a deal for a 19-year-old named Juan Then. Pitcher steps off. And today in 2020, Commissioner Rob Manfred states that there may not be a season due to COVID. It was expected they would play at least 50 games, which they did so. And back to the full schedule here in 2021. Finally, 3-2. Nicolosi ready from the windup, the pitch. Ball 4. The last thing LaRue wanted to do after getting his tower buzzed was sit there and wait for 2 minutes for the pitch, but he takes it for a ball. And Nate is on again. Back-to-back walks for him off the bench, and here comes Chad Ferry. Ferry has grounded out, walked, reached on an error, and been hit by a pitch. 10-2, bottom 7. Those have been our history notes for us here tonight on the 15th of June in 2021. Here in the 7th inning, as the first pitch to Ferry is a strike, 0-1. A little bit of the crowd still hanging tight here tonight, as we're going to be easily at a 3-hour game. 0-1. And outside, 1-1. Strasburg 10 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Newmarket 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. This is a rematch from last night. Strasburg defeated the Rebels for their 9th win. Check that, 8th win of the year. And that nearly gets a piece of Ferry. And the count is 2-1. It's getting a little breezy up here in the press box. Some sweatshirts are out. One isn't. I knew I should bring it in today after it wasn't like hot during the day. 1-1. That's up high, 2-1. Probably should have brought long johns depending on how long we'll be here. Two one. That's a ball, 3-1. And my apologies, that was actually ball 4 to Chad Ferry. I missed a pitch there, miscounted. So Ferry draws yet another walk, and here's another mountain visit. They need to mark that and let us know, right? What number? 10. We're out of fingers. That's true. It's not a visit when you make a substitution. They've had a couple of those, too. Let's see what number that is. We'll wait for the official. Yeah, I think that should be 3. And he's getting a long visit, too. And that is number 3. As you could all see that on the Facebook and YouTube feed. I'll have to make a new scoreboard so I can mark our visits. We've got about 40 viewers on Facebook and 30 on YouTube. First and second, nobody out for Crawford. He struck out the bases loaded last time, and that's a ball, 1-0. We're still in the 7th. Nobody out. Express led this one 5-0, then 5-2, 8-2, and 10-2. 1-0. That's a similar spot, but a strike, 1-1. One. Way up high, 2-1. Just need some strikes thrown by both sides at this point. Take another look at the Valley League scoreboard here. 2-1 the count. I would be hacking here if I was Graham Crawford, and can't hack when the pitcher steps off. Crawford has been on once tonight, does have an RBI on a sac fly to left earlier in the game. He hit a home run out to front royal to left, I think it was, and it's a good swing. 2-1. Up high, 3-1. One final so far tonight. The Generals defeated the Turks 3-2 in 2 hours and 24 minutes. That makes this game look like a very long game. Let's just say that. Tom Sox lead 9-5 over Covington in the 8th. 3-1 to Graham Crawford. Strike 2. Woodstock trailing at home to Purcellville 6-4 in the 9th. Well, 3-2. Crawford has 2 hits on the season, 4 RBIs. Setting the pitch. Ball 4. Inside, and
Second baseman,
still nobody out.
Irvin.
So here comes Irvin. Back to back walks, and maybe they were looking at the stats. Were they looking at the scouting report? I would say Strasburg average with the bases loaded is probably like 100 something. Maybe even lower. They have not performed well with the bases loaded for whatever reason, especially when there's nobody out. The pitch to Irvin, and that's a strike. Now, of course, Irvin could go yard here and change that. It would help the RBIs. It wouldn't really change the average very much, but Alex Nicolosi. Pitch is outside. One and one to Irvin, looking to drive one here, and he hits it foul. Inside out swing into the dugout, and a player makes a nonchalant catch, throws it right back to the field. And usually they're not going to let him put the ball right back into play like that. And yeah, in case that player that called it may have had pine tar real quick and stuck it on there before he quickly threw it back into the field within a second. Well, the count's 1-2. Still nobody out in the 7th, with Strasburg leading by 8. 1-2. Strike 3 looking, and the Express have struck out again with the bases loaded, and there's one out.
That fielder, number 9, J.J. Sousa.
Here's Sousa, and he has struck out twice tonight. He's also singled, scored a run, and hit into a 5-2-3 double play. Strasburg has not scored since the 5th, which feels like a long time ago. First pitch fouled away towards the parking lot, and takes a nice bounce off the cement. Did not hit any vehicles on the first hop, at least. 0-1. And quickly 0-2. whatever reason, Strasburg with the bases loaded, it's just bears down, and I think the Express this year have taken. It's just they kind of lose aggressiveness with the bases loaded. 0-2, good pitch, but it misses 1-2. Nicolosi now 11 strikes and 13 balls through 1/3 of an inning. Time called. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Pitch to Souza, fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes to Souza. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Third baseman giving it a look. It's out of play in foul territory. And again, 1-2. Again, if you're just joining us, there were 234 pitches through the first 5 between the two teams. Strasburg with just over 100 and Newmarket with 133. 1-2 again, and that's inside 2-2. Let's just say after the first 2 innings where Cisco and Fran were pretty quick, it's changed big time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strasburg looking to add on their lead in the 7th. Up high, 3-2. This is the river or the baseball gods telling us that we need to hurry up. 3-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out. The kick and the pitch to the backstop. He hits the backstop, and it's 11-2 Strasburg. They're on the board again with 1 here in the 7th.
Number 19, James McCoy.
So the Express with a run here in the inning. Everyone moves up. And that is walk number 4 in the inning. There's an RBI for Sousa. McCoy awaits the first pitch and takes a strike. McCoy, a single, ground out, walk, and a strikeout. McCoy has swung hard tonight, and if he connects with one, it's going to go. 0-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. And it's 0-2. Newmarket's pitchers are not able to keep their jerseys tucked in tonight. Oh, and 2 the count. 11-2 in the 7th. Way outside, 1-2. Final line for Bryce Brown of the Rebels. He goes 2 innings, allowing 4 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. When you're having a lot of strikeouts, it's usually a lot of pitches, and when you have a lot of walks, that's a lot of pitches. And we've seen all of that. 1-2 to McCoy. Nearly hit him, and it's a called strike 3. Guess it finds the inside part of the plate. I'm going to sit here and watch the replay and see what it looked like. And 2 outs. Well, here's Carson Coffey. He's got back-to-back singles and back-to-back at-bats as the pitch is a ball. Coffey's been on 3 times total. Hit by pitch and 2 singles. 1-0. That skips to the plate, and runner's coming home, and he's going to score easily. A wild pitch brings in another one, and it is 12-2 Strasburg. Coming home to score on the play is Ferry from third. Other runners move up to third, Crawford, and to second, Souza. So 12-2 and a 2-0 count to Coffee. And he lines one right up the middle. Nice pick by the shortstop, throw to first, and the half inning is over. Well, the Express didn't have a hit in the inning, but they do pick up 2 more runs, and they lead it 12-2 as we go to the 8th. It's been a long one tonight, but we've still got a couple more innings to go. Rebels coming up in a 10-run ball game.
Leading off the Rebels, number 9, James Bell.
We go to the 8th. Newmarket down 12-2.
In the train station.
So we go to the 8th. Back on the mound is Cravey, and his first pitch is to the backstop. One-0. Breaking ball up high. James Bell, the DH. 2 for 3. Couple of doubles and a strikeout. Just need to see strikes from both sides of this plate. 2-0. Swing and hammer down the line, but foul. Left side, it's 2-1. $35 viewing on Facebook and 31 over on YouTube. Thanks for joining in to tonight's broadcast. We'll continue doing the broadcast on YouTube so you can pull it up on your TV. 2-1's a good breaking ball. It's 2-2. Our next home broadcast is scheduled for Saturday, June 19th. That'll be this Saturday at 7 against the Winchester Royals. 2-2 from Cravey, and that misses. It's 3-2. Check that 3-2 pitch. Swing and a chopper. Cravey with a nice play off the back of the mound. He catches it, throws it to first, and the first out is on the board. Good play there by the pitcher, Jacob Cravey. And there's one out in the 8th.
Catcher, number 35, Robert Antonetti.
Here comes Robert Antonetti. Antonetti, the catcher, has grounded out, singled in a run, scored a run, and popped out to third. First pitch. And a ground ball up the middle. It's off the pitcher's glove. Bare hand by McCroskey, and that'll be a base hit. An infield single for Robert Antonetti. And there's a base runner on with one out here in the 8th. I've just been given news about, yep, that's confirmed. Point streaks
Now batting number 26.
is once
Carlos
again
Navarro.
showing the 502 bad gateway. In other words, our website is once again down. Holy cow, point streaks, our scoring program and system, not just our league, other leagues use them too. They are down again. So again, you're not going to be able to view the stats right now, but you can watch us or listen. So here's Juan Carlos Navarro. He struck out his only time up. Pitch from Cravey is a called strike, 0-1. 0-1. And that's a strike from Woodstock. The Bandits have fallen to the Purcellville Cannon 6-4. They'll be back home tomorrow night. Strasburg on the road up in Winchester. Take on the Royals. Might take some cicadas home on the way back. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him in the dirt. People are selling them and cooking them and everything. And that's the second out as Navarro's down on strikes.
Paul Winland Jr.
3 straight strikeouts out of the 7th spot. And here comes Paul Winland Jr.
Correction, third baseman.
He's now playing third, started at first. A strikeout, a single, and a ground out. Runner on first, 2 outs in the 8th. The pitch, way up high. Well, nearly 3 hours ago, Jeremy Sisko started this game for the Express. Went 3 1/3, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Kleinfelter, he was the glue of the pitching tonight. He kept things together. Way up high, 2-0. And if Cravey gets through this inning and then goes through another, he would technically be in line for a possible decision. Not a winning or losing decision, but a save. 2-0. Swing and a liner into left. That's down for a base hit. And the left, 2-out single for Winland Jr. Pitch is a strike, 0-1. Owen won the count to Luke. Swing and nearly a fair ball. Just fouled on the left field line. Owen to the count to Luke. Here it comes. Way up high. One and two the count. Cravey's pitch inside, nearly a strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 8th, 12-2 the score. The pitch. Swing and a foul back. We'll try it again. 2-2 to Jason Luke. Breaking ball hit off his foot. Surprised it's not a foul ball, and that's going to be a base runner. Thought it hit him in the box. What in the world did we score that? Infield single. Antonetti to third.
Number 11, Nicholas Calero.
Wendland to second, and Luke given the infield single. We can't give it an error. I mean, it was a weird piece of contact and beating it out. So bases loaded now, 2 outs. Cravey from the windup now for Calero, and he takes a strike 0-1. Nicholas Calero, a strikeout, a walk, and a ground out. 12-2, top of the 8th from First Bank Park in Strasburg. 0-1. Breaking ball, it's 0-2. Cravey not messing around now. The 0-2. Breaking ball, check swing. Man, that was a beautiful pitch. Little out, maybe. 1-2. If it's not in there, it's, it's just barely. 1-2. Inside, brushed him off. 2-2. Hard to believe it by the score, but Newmarket's only 1 hit behind, 9-8. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball to third. Picked up by the third baseman. Throw to first. And the top of the 8th is over. Good play there by Galaney. Throwing out Calero. And the top of the 8th is complete. Well, Newmarket threatens, but they don't score any runs. And the score remains 12-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Strasburg coming up in a 10-run ball game from First Bank Park. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and we are officially 3 hours in from First Bank Park. 3 hours and 3 minutes. Actually, yes, you're right. Sick. I thought we started at 7:07. Yep, 7:04. New pitcher on the mound, Theo Faranick. Faranick takes the mound and throws a strike to McCroskey, and then throws another strike as he gets a fastball right by him. 5th pitcher of the night for the Rebels. The 0-2. That's outside. Final line for Nicolasi. 1 inning, no hits. He gives up a run, an earned run, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 4 walks. 1-2. Swing and a foul ball out of play. It's still 1-2. And just missing 2-2. 2-2. Outside 3-2. 3-2. Ew, that hits him, and the ball comes all the way up to my level, my side of the net. And that is just another hit by pitch. Oh my, there have been plenty of those tonight. Too many.
Third baseman, number 28, Ryan Delaney.
So here's Galaney, and he is now batting for the 6th time. Pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul. Strasburg doing the right thing, swinging early and extremely often. So many foul balls. I wonder if the Express have any more rubbed up and ready to throw into action. I don't know if they expected to use 2 dozen or 3 dozen tonight. 5 dozen. And that's off the catcher's glove. It should have been caught, but it was a high pitch. Official ruling will be a wild pitch. One and one to Galaney. Swinging a chopper foul, 1-2. Looks like point streak system is still down. So again, if you're trying to check on the live scoring, and unfortunately it's having a typical issue, I guess you could say. It's the whole website, not our individual scores. 1-2 to Galaney. Farinick's pitches to the backstop again, but this time he's going to hold up. Limited backstop here at Strasburg, but in a 10-run game where there's not much energy left anywhere at the ballpark, he's just going to hold up. I mean, it's quiet out here. 2-2. Swing and a foul back. That'll get some of the bugs into the press box. But nothing like we saw that one night. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. Couldn't go anywhere without one landing on you. Swing and a foul tip into the glove, and Galaney has gone down on strikes again for the 4th time tonight.
Batter, number 24, Nate LaRue.
Pitch popped up and fouled. LaRue tonight, 2 walks, but this 3-hole has not been retired yet. A 2-run home run, a run scored, a single and a run scored, a single and RBI and a run scored, a walk and a run scored. Brayton Brown and LaRue have been good. Hope I don't jinx him here. Nearly hit again. It's 1-1. Phillies and Dodgers are underway out in Los Angeles from Chavez Ravine and Dodger Stadium. The NL West Dodgers, the NL East Phillies. 1-1. Swing and a foul back.
Go, Nate.
We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nate LaRue at the plate against Farinick for the Rebels. 1-2. That's going to skip to the backstop. Runners don't advance. Still 2-2, or now 2-2, I should say. Two to LaRue is down low, 3-2. Usually when you wait, that check means nothing. Very rarely do you see him wait for 5 or 10 seconds and then check it, and then the base umpire say, yes, he did. 3-2 to LaRue. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th. First time the 3-hole's been retired for the Express. And here comes Chad Ferry. He has been on base a lot. He's been walked twice, hit by a pitch once, and reached on an error. Again, Strasburg only with 9 hits tonight. It feels like, when you have 12 runs, it feels like you would have so many. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Either Strasburg's burned out or they should have brought Theo Fairnick in earlier in the game. He's throwing strikes, and that's all you can ask for. Throwing it by him, too. 0-1. And that is absolutely crushed to right, and there's the announcer's jinx. A home run to right center field for Chad Ferry. And the Express have scored 2 more. It's 14-2 in the 8th. Wow. That ball had no chance of staying in the ballpark. Wow. Feels like the home run earlier in the game from Brayton Brown, which feels like an eternity ago. 14-2. Wow.
Now batting number 5, Graham Crawford.
As I was saying, they should have brought him in earlier. Oh, with the bases loaded. And the pitch to Crawford's a swing and a miss. Yeah, that's the classic jinx there. Ferry crushed it. Popped up in the air, just got under it, Crawford. Shallow center. Oh, actually, it's shortstop. And the ball is dropped. The ball falls in the infield, and reaching second is Graham Crawford. And that's going to be an error. Error on the shortstop. I don't know if the wind was blowing it around enough or what it was, but that'll be error number 2. And that time, Theo Fairnick couldn't do anything about that. He made his pitch, got Crawford to pop it up. Tough break there. So a pop-up error to the shortstop. And here's Cam Irvin. He's been on 3 times, and now Strasburg's waking up again and swinging. It's 0-1. Irvin has been hit twice, walked once, struck out once, and grounded out once. This is at bat number 6. Here in the 8th. The 0-1. Swing and a pop-up foul, and the Newmarket Rebels are a strike away from sending this thing to the 9th.
Please return those foul balls to the train station. They cost us about $5 a piece.
Point streak site came back up temporarily, and they're again saying bad gateway. So I'm not sure if we'll get any more stats for the night, but we do know the score, and that's the main thing. 0-2 to Irvin. Outside 1-2. I think we may have to check after the game and see how many pitches have been thrown total tonight, and check with John Leonard, the stats man and the really all-around Valley League knowledgeable guy, and see where this ranks, as it's a soft grounder to short. Throw to first is in time, and the 8th inning is over. But again, Strasburg doesn't leave the inning empty. They score 2 runs, a 2-run bomb by Chad Ferry, making it 14-2. And we go to the 9th inning. Stay tuned. Strasburg trying to finish this thing off, 3 outs away. We'll be back after this.
No secret. I wanna know, was it serious? I need it clear. My best friend isn't easy to show, with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know I told you it's the best It's not a game that I am playing. My love, trying to hold my feeling, I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way, I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think we're made of something. I think we're made of something. I keep my time in a pocket. I wanna find a new keeper. I like the way it's mysterious. I think I found my own way. Isn't easy to show with the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Crawford.
And we have made it to the ninth inning. Jordan Crawford leads it off in the top of the ninth for the Newmarket Rebels. Jordan Crawford, the lefty, takes a ball down low from the new hurler, Eric Toth from Presbyterian. Toth is the fourth pitcher of the night, and that misses 2-0. 2-0 the count. Kicks and delivers. Good breaking ball, 2-1. Two and one count. Toth facing the pinch hitter Crawford. Fastball misses. 3-1. Swing and a foul ball towards the Rebel dugout. It's 3-2. While we have a second, I don't know if I'm going to be able to since point streaks is down. Nope, never mind. Bad gateway. I was going to check the schedule for tomorrow, but that'll have to wait. 3-2. Swing and a foul back, league-wise at least. Strasburg, 14 runs on 10 hits and no errors. I'm just going to put this out here. I know it's already the ninth, so I feel good saying this. The Express entered with the best fielding percentage in the league. 3-2, swing and a foul ball. I feel there aren't many opportunities for that to turn into a jinx here tonight. And the Express have had the most opportunities, so it's pretty impressive. I mean, they played the most games. 3-2 from Toth. Ball in the dirt. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk here in the ninth.
Now batting number 21, Tyler.
Here's Tyler Robertson, swings and misses. Owen won the count. Swing and a miss. Big hack there, and I think that if this was earlier in the game, Crawford would have thrown that down to first. He's not afraid to, and he throws it right on the money. 0-2 the count to Tyler Robertson, his fifth at bat. Fastball misses. Robertson does have a hit. It's a double. Yeah, Toph's throwing 1 or 2 miles per hour faster just in this at bat. 1-2. Breaking ball skips to the plate. 2-2. There have been some crazy comebacks in the Valley League. Harrisonburg was part of one. They blew one, I believe it was. Blew a 10-run lead in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. I think that was in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, against Stanton. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He went around, and that's out number 1 here in the ninth. And that'll bring up, well, it's supposed to be Lancaster, and it is him, Jonathan. Or check that, Jackson. Jackson Lancaster, the 4-hole hitter, batting for the 5th time tonight. He is grounded out, walked, and lined out to right. He hit it hard his last time up. One of the hardest hit balls of the night, really. Pitch is up high from Toth. One 0, and that's a strike. Richard Swigert says, by the end of this game, you may need some of Bob Euchre's throat medicine. Well, unfortunately, I'm not 21. 1-1, and that's in the dirt. Now, Richard, if I was 21, throat medicine, and that's, I guess, the politically correct term, that would be an option, but maybe a cold Dr. Pepper. Yeah, right now. 2-1. Swing and into the dugout. It ricochets off and gets a piece of one of the Rebels. And that gets him in the head, and he is going down slowly. And we had a trainer right by the dugout. And he is going to check on, she is going to check on the player. The ball went off the dugout roof, ricocheted into his head, and went towards the field. And that could not have felt good. So they're going to check on him. We've got the Strasburg trainer over there along with George Lass, the head coach of the Express. And they've got to make sure that that player in the dugout is okay. He obviously got hit pretty solid, but, you know, they've got a couple of trainers over there checking on him. They got to him immediately, didn't waste any time at all. And they are helping him up slowly, and he is going to be helped out of the dugout. They're going to walk him out. And that's just tough, especially with 1 out in the ninth. You know, it's tough to have something like that happen. So they're going to check out that player. And again, I did not catch a number, but so we go back to action here following the ball hit into the dugout and hitting one of the Rebels. 2-2. Toth throws it in the dirt, 3-2.
Correct.
14-2 in the ninth. Express are 2 outs away from their 9th victory in 10 games and their 9th consecutive victory. 3-2. Toth, ground ball to first. You're just going to take that play at first there. Good play there by McCoy, taking the obvious out at first. 3 unassisted, and there are 2 outs here in the ninth.
James Bell.
So Lancaster is the second out in the ninth. And that'll bring up the DH, James Bell. Bell has doubled twice, scored a run, struck out, and grounded out. So the Rebels are down to their last out here tonight. Pitch is a called strike. This game got started at 7:04, and we are past 10:30 for a 9-inning game. With only 18 hits combined. Some games you'll see teams with 12, 13 hits apiece. 0-1 is a swing and a miss. The pitch goes over the over the behind the plate area, somehow out of play, and he will hold up at third. I don't know how that happened. The net is how tall behind the plate? I mean, that's way up. The ball hit the dirt on the swing and a miss, went over, out of play, but the count is 0-2 and the Express are one strike away. Toff's pitch just misses outside, 1-2. The 1-2 and nearly a strike. Two balls, two strikes, 2 outs in the ninth. The pitch called strike 3 as the ball's dropped, and as Matt Vasgersian says on MLB The Show, I've been waiting to say these words for a long time. This ball game is over. The Strasburg Express have won it by a final score of 14-2 in an extremely long baseball game. The Express have won their 9th straight game, 9 wins and 10 contests to start the year. They started out 0-1, and since then, they have not looked back. They have won 9 in a row, and they lead the league in record at 9-1, while the Rebels battle tonight but fall to 2-6. Tonight's game, 3 hours and 29 minutes. For a 9-inning regulation baseball game. But nevertheless, the Express win it, and they're moving on to tomorrow night's game at Winchester with a record of 9-1. Just off the top of my head, I believe the win will go to Matthew Kleinfelter, who came in for relief, and the loss will go to Andrew Fraun, the starting pitcher. No save tonight. No one went 3 innings, and obviously it's not a 3-run game. So the Strasburg Express win it tonight by a final score of 14-2. Good pitching by Strasburg once again. No errors, good fielding, and some big hits along the way by a lot of different guys. Brayton Brown had a home run. Chad Ferry as well. There were hits all over the place. Good performance once again by the Express, winning it by a final score of 14-2. Again, we appreciate you joining us here in tonight's ball game, as we had our first YouTube stream tonight, and I think it went well, and hopefully it looked good for everyone trying to view it over on the YouTube app. You can watch it on your TV, on your phone, your Xbox, whatever it may be. And we appreciate you joining us in tonight's ball game. And again, the Strasburg Express win it, as the the Newmarket Rebels, I don't know where I got that, they threw 219 pitches tonight. And the Express with 177. So, quick math. Total pitches tonight just south of 400. We had 396 pitches thrown in tonight's ball game between the Rebels and the Express. Strasburg wins it 14-2. They're at Winchester tomorrow night. We'll be back here Saturday night as the Express will play home to the Winchester Royals. Again, I'm Kyle Gutschall. Thank you so much for joining us in tonight's broadcast and hanging with us over 3 hours and 30 minutes of baseball here tonight with Strasburg and Newmarket. Strasburg 14, Newmarket 2. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2021 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.